race number 1 of 3. So the white flag will be displayed here for our first qualifying heat for the dirt car Sportsman division. Again, 8 laps will be the division. Racing tonight brought to you by Maggie's on the River. Maggie's is now under new ownership. Recently had many fresh renovations and is excited to serve you. If you've not already, check them out. They're located at 500 Newell Street, right on the river in Watertown. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till midnight. All general admission guests here tonight will receive a complimentary draft beer, and you've got 48 of them to choose from. And Maggie's on the River, just hold on to your general admission ticket here this evening. Go to Facebook.com/Maggie's on the River. Give them a like, folks. Maggie's on the River. To the field down into turn at number 3 and 4. The Can-Am pace truck will clear the field. We'll get ready to go to green with our first of 3 qualifying heats for the dirt car Sportsman here tonight. Sibley will bring them out turn 4. Green flag is in the air. Well, stack them up 4 wide at the back of the field.
Whoa!
The leader's going to go around right in front of everybody.
Yo!
Frank Sibley got taken around in a knot, and he spun right in front of the field. Chris Bonowski had to slam on the binders. He's going to slide right into the side. Doesn't look like there's any damage, but Sibley went for a wild spin off turn number 2.
Got her running.
'83 is going to the rear.
Don't have any choice.
Well, the 83 of Dustin Bradley being sent to the rear of the field for the contact that took Frank Sibley around in a circle off of turn number 2. So 0 laps in. So taking a second here, complete restart with the exception of the cars involved in the caution. Chris Bonowski, as we said, slow over there on the backstretch, waiting for the field to catch up and to go by him as he will go to the rear. Frank Sibley, as I said, out of Evansville, the Bartlett Heating and Plumbing at number 92, getting twisted around in a knot, and I'm pretty sure he's explaining, or exchanging some pleasantries over there with Dustin Hutton, and those aren't Christmas cards they're sending over there. Green flag today. Ryan Shanahan, the Stephen K. Hall contracting number 32, works off turn number 2. He'll take up down the backstretch. Shanahan's going to get married a little bit later on this summer to a beautiful girl that apparently lost a bet. They go down the front stretch. Shanahan will lead the field down into turn 1 and 2. Trevor Gibbons, the TLC Real Estate.
Cheeseburgers.
Pizza number 621 out of Carthage. He'll jump up to the number 2 spot down the backstretch. He'll try to reel in Shanahan as they go down to turn 3 and 4. Good battle shaping up right behind them now as they come off turn number 4 down the front to the inside of the racetrack. Bottom side on the speedway. Dustin Hunt will go to his outside 17. Then it's Eric Dyer that passes Kitty Shank. Number 34 right. Dyer down the backstretch. Reynolds out the top 5 cars. Qualifying heat number 1. Justin Hutton all the way back up into the hunt in the 83. The LTI right. They work off number 4. He'll look to the outside of the speedway. Bradley trying to close that gap now to get back in the hunt. As they go to turn number 2. Ryan Shanahan about 5 car lengths out in front now down the backstretch begins to stretch that advantage over Trevor Gibbons. Gibbons a little bit quicker through the turns 3 and 4 though. Keep an eye on that battle to come off the turn at number 4. Cross flag are out. Gibbons trying to close the gap up again, but a strong run holding on to third. And to the outside of the speedway, they work off turn number 2 down the backstretch. That battle will continue. Looking to the inside speedway. Nyer trying to get a load up along Dustin Hutton. Couldn't quite get to him. as they went down to turn number 3 and 4. This time Shanahan changed the plane, goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Into that 32 RS machine, that's going to allow Trevor Gibbons to begin to eat away at
You guys ordered the Diet Pepsi?
off turn number 2 down the backstretch. They will
There you
have
go, sir. And I owe you 17 and change.
off turn number 4 parallel flags
Is that all?
up to 2 more
Yeah,
trips
here.
down the speedway.
Thank you.
For Ryan Shanahan out of Copenhagen, New York. Steve Hall Construction, Hamilton, Boston. Machine down into turn number 3 and 4 this time. Gibbons chases him down the backstretch. He'll head to turn at number 3 and 4. White flag waving this time at the line. Justin Gadboff still trying to close that gap. Gadboff, the number 18 out of Natural Bridge, New York. He's got company to the outside of the speedway. That would be the 7B of Dustin Hutton. Hutton trying to close that gap. Dustin Hutton out of Ogdensburg, New York, reels up into the next spot. Checkered flag is waving. It's really Ryan Shanahan holding on for the win. Trevor Gibbons going to come home second. Third will be Dustin Hutton. And he'll sneak out in front of Justin Gadboff. He'll take that spot. Gadboff going to finish in the number 4 position. Rounding out the top 5 cars will be Eric Dyer in the Natasha Goody Shack number 34 machine.
Well,
So qualifying heat number 2 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Division, Josh Rayone, the number 91 out of Jerusalem, New York, now Zion Custom Contracting. Ryan Hill sit inside row number 1. Outside him, out of Natural Ridge, number 62, that is Jonathan Murphy. He'll start on the outside. The 2X second generation driver out of Watertown, New York, that is Mike Beamel to the inside of the speedway. And out of Clayton, New York, number 10, B to the high side, that belongs to Jamie Brown. Remington Am, the 57H, out of Rodman, sits inside row number 3. Outside him, the number 41, out of Lowville, that is Dalton Rambo. And rounding out the field out of Allens Bay, New York, the 21C, that is Taylor Caprera. So again, 8 laps will be the distance for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Division. Green, the flag will wave off turn 4. Battle, middle of the pack, lap number 1. Jonathan Murphy's going to come up with a better part of that as he'll hold on to spot number 2 down the back. Taylor Caprera makes a move to the inside of the speedway. Josh Rayome out in front will bring that beautiful number 91 off turn number 4. He'll score the lead out lap number 1. Mike Amel able to slide up into that second spot, the 2X machine. Amel gets a great run here to begin the race. He'll work off turn number 2. But here comes Taylor Caprera down to the
Caprera's
bottom
got
of the
second,
speedway.
starting
Caprera
last.
able to dial it into the inside, and T-Bone goes all the way to spot number 2 here on the second lap. He worked off turn number 4. Rayome the leader. Caprera number 21 holds on to spot number 2. Dalton Rambo able to climb all the way to that third spot. Rambo hit a tire down on the inside of the speedway. Bobble for just a second, able to hold on to it, but he lost a lot of real estate as they headed down into turn at number 3 and 4. Jamie Brown looks right at his back bumper. Then it's Remington Am chasing that battle. Off turn number 4 down the front of that field. Am trying to get by the outside of Mike Amel, and he will clear him. Jonathan Murphy back behind them as they work off turn number 2. Back up front, Josh Rayome has put himself in a different zip code down into turn number 3 and 4. Cross flags will be coming out. We're going to be halfway home, and Rayome trying to keep himself from the field. And now the contracting electric number 91 takes the field off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Caprera again tries to close that gap. Dalton Rambo for field goating 41 trying to reel those 2 guys in as they go down to turn number 3 this time. Now off turn number 4. That time just the same. They still racing down the foot stretch. Right there. So that's Caprera number 10B of Jamie Brown in that 4 spot. Remington Ham, the trip on the wild side, number 57, holding on to spot number 5 as they head to turn number 3 and 4. Mike LeClaire says parallel flags up 2 more laps around. Josh Rayome just trying to keep the car moving clean through the turn and keep heading in the right direction. Caprera still trying to eat away at that lead advantage. Dalton Rambo now about a quarter of a they head to turn number 4. White flag will be coming out this time. Just 4 more turns to the wheel for the number 91 of Josh Rayon. Rayon down to turn 1 and 2. The track still eating away at that lead advantage. As they work off turn number 2, Dalton Rumble comfortably in the number 3 spot. Jamie Brown, 4th. They'll be down to turn number 3 and 4 this time. Checkered flag will be coming out. It's going to be Josh Rayon scoring the win. Going to bring it home second. Third will be Dalton Rumble, 41. Jamie Brown will finish in the 4th spot. He'll be followed by running camp, rounding out the top 5 cars. Inspector Mike Gano and
6.
Jonathan Murphy rounding out the field.
Oh, yeah. Email got 6.
So our third and final qualifying heat for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Division will line up just like this. The number 12S out of Canton, New York, that is Kyle Sharp. He will start the inside. Outside out of the Bowville in the number 8 machine, that is Kevin Warren. Gavin Isley, right here in LaFarge, going there with the number 18, E. Hill, safety inside. Row number 2, outside him out of Central Square, New York, your defending champion in the Sportsman Division, that is Tyler Corcoran. Into the 64. Brian Hudson, the number 6 machine, will sit inside row number 3. Outside him, that'll be Mike Fowler in the number 410 right. And rounding out the field, the number 1 of David Rogers. So get track safety lights off. We get ready to go green with our third and final qualifying heat for the Dirt Car Sportsman Division. Coming out, we go racing. Some more qualifying spots up for grab here for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Division. We got one car stopped right in the middle of the speedway, up on top of turn number
2.
1 and 2. Caution flag will wave, and that is number 6 of Brian Hudson. Brian Hudson getting twisted in and out at the top of turn number 1, the reason for the caution coming out. So complete restart, we'll try it one more time. So complete restart, everybody will line up right back where they should be, with the exception of Brian Hudson, who will slide back 1 spot on the field. Down to turn number 3 and 4. Glad you could join us here at the Speedway. And of course, you folks at home watching on DirtTrackDigest.tv. Green flag will wave this time. Tyler Corcoran, the Halmar International, number 64, will work off turn number 2. He'll take the field down the backstretch very quickly. Mike Fowler is going to jump out of line. He'll look to the number 2 spot. Stack him up 3 wide behind him at turn number 3. We had them stacked like cordwood as they came off the north limit. Down the inside to Gavin Isley. He'll hold on to the 3 spot as he jumps down in front of the number 1 of David Rogers. Then it's the number 8 of Kevin Warren as they work off turn number 2. There goes the number 6 of Brian Hudson down to the bottom. He'll slide underneath the 12 of Kyle Sharp and take the spot away. Back up front, your leader is Tyler Corcoran out of Central Square. He'll take the field down into turn number 1 and 2, trying to stretch that advantage out in front. Corcoran said Halmar International Power Steel Driveway Sailing, number 64, continuing to show the way. Mike Fowler trying to close the gap in the number 410 machine. Trying to reel him in and head down to the turn number 2. Mike Fowler, the RAD Financial Exchange. Ride works down the backstretch into that second spot. Then Gavin Isley chases him. Isley out of LaFarge with Performance Automotive. Number 18. W18E off turn number 4. He continues to try to hold off the big race spot as number 1. Thompson Motorsports ride of David Rogers. They'll work off turn number 2 down the backstretch. They will head. This is the RJW Enterprises number 8 of Kevin Warren. down the backstretch. Brian Hudson has problems. The Chaltane Realty, number 6, drives off the top of turn number 3. And headed back towards the winner. That's up front, Tyler Corcoran, comfortable margin right now in front of the 410 of Mike Fowler. Fowler not done, continuing to try to reel him in as they come down turn number 4 this time. Mike LeClaire says parallel flags up, 2 more laps to go. Fowler still trying to make that move, drives it hard down into turn number 1, points it right to the bottom of the speedway. The Corcoran gets a good run off the top side on turn number 2 down the back. He will go. Isaac continue to hold that third spot in front of David Rogers. Checkered flag will be waving. Tyler Corcoran, the number 64, points in the right direction. And we will score the win for final wheel by Dean for the Bob Johnson Auto Group. Third car, Sportsman Mike Fowler will be second. Third will belong to Gavin Isley. He'll be followed by Dave Rogers. Then a skate of Kevin Warren. And rounding out the field will be the 12S of Kevin Sharp. Kyle Sharp, excuse me.
Here we go.
Well, while we got a second here, kind of quiet, I want to say a very happy anniversary to Tracy and Justin Nyer. Of course, the Nyer family's been around this racetrack just about forever.
Huh?
They have to rearrange
Tracy
the
and
orders
Justin,
back.
great part of our
Messed up.
racing family here. And they're celebrating their 21st anniversary, and it actually comes on race day, so that was pretty cool. They will celebrate here at the Speedway. We just want to throw those congratulations along to them. And we hope, Tracy, that you're feeling a lot better. She's been dealing with a lot of health issues, and I'll tell you, she's one of the toughest, now I can't say that word, that's what I call my wife, but she went through it all, but she's one of the toughest dogs I know. I'll tell you, any of these ladies that deal with what they've gone through and continue, my hat's off to you. One more reason why I wear the pink every October, folks, and raise money for all these young ladies. I do it because of great, strong women just like that. So Tracy Lynn Nyer, I know you just wanted to celebrate your anniversary tonight, but we want to wish you our well wishes as well for a better health here this summer.
My brother's nephew was the mechanic for that one, 28 out of Messina. Huh? Yeah. It's the first they've been out.
Well, getting the field lined up over on the backstretch, you had a little bit of an issue getting these guys lined up. So that's the reason they are slow over on the backstretch. Kenny Hartshorn's number 75 is going to be inside of row number 1. As I write some notes here, try to get to where I belong. I'm in the wrong part of the book. Kenny Hartshorn out of Evans Mills, the Kenny's House to Speed, White's Heating and Plumbing ride will start inside row number 1. Outside him, driver number 3 out of Watertown. That'll be Rick Tuskus in the DNS Garage ride. And Martin's Garage, he'll start on the high side of the Speedway. Row number 2 to the inside. Looks like that would be the 57 of Kevin Federley Jr. Federley out of Messina, New York, the Jackson Pest Control JP's Demo General Contracting ride will start inside row
I knew
number 2.
someone.
Outside him, number 60 out of Evansville in the Nichols Hauling Mike
This
Dockstader
family, I don't know.
Contracting ride. That is Taylor Dockstader. He
I
will
graduated
start
from high
outside
school with a
row
federal
number 2.
girl.
Row number 3 to the inside. That is the X15. That belongs to Tyler Bushy. Bush out of Augsburg, the C&F Quick Lube ride to the bottom of the racetrack. Outside him out of Winthrop, New York, the Justin White, number 1X, the White's Plumbing and Heating Down Mechanical ride. And inside of that next row will be Eli Gilbert in the number 2. He's out of Brazier Falls, New York. The Lift Fitness K&R Utilities ride starts inside row number 4. Outside him in that 28, also out of Messina, that is Burton Ward. According to G&G Performance Right, Danco Construction, Mark and Dow Snap-on Tools in that next row. And then behind them it is the number 6 of Brian Carter out of North Carolina. And Tim Bailey in the number 16, Bailey out of Carthage, New York, in the Mac Equipment TV hauling ride. Green flag waving that last time by the workout turn number 2 down the backstretch. They will head for the very first time out in front of the field. It will be Kenny Hartshorn showing the way. He'll take the field off turn number 4 down the front stretch. He'll score the lead on lap number 1. Rick Dusky settles in that second spot, but now Justin White's going to test the waters to the outside of the speedway. He'll take the 1X to the high side of the racetrack. Here comes the 57 of Kevin Federley. Federley had a nose to the inside, thought better of that, backed off the throttle just a touch as they went to turn number 3. They're 3 wide front of the field off turn number 4. Kenny Hartshorn off. Big wag of the tail on that one. Had the fight to get the saddle back under the butt. He's going to give up 5 spots or 4 spots on the field as they work off turn number 2. Hartshorn back to the outside, 3 wide. He and Bushy and Burton Ward down the back. 3 cars to turn number 3. Somebody's got to give it up. No, they all keep the foot buried in the throttle. Turn number 4, caution flag is going to wave. Brian Carter, the number 6, spinning around over in turn number 2. The reason for the caution. Brian Carter, we said, out of North Carolina, one of the principals of dirt car motorsports here in the United States, and making a long haul up to the North Country to hang with us here this evening and race in that number 16. So great to have Brian Carter joining us here once again at Can-Am. So Justin White able to pick up the lead in the White's Plumbing and Heating Kenny Speed of House number 1 ride. Rick Duskin's able to hold on to spot number 2. Kevin Federley was able to get the 3rd. 4th spot belongs to Bushy in the 15. He's followed by Bert Ward in the number 28. Kenny Hartshorn's number 75. Then it's Eli Gilbert, the number 2. Taylor Doxey to the 60. Tim Bailey's number 16 and the 6th of Brian Carter. So track safety lights going off. These guys passed the pace truck over on the backstretch. They are ready to go. 3 laps in the book. We get ready to fire. I'm back to light. Mike Leclerc looks him over and says, yeah, green is good off turn number 4. Stack them up. Turn number 2. Good battle. Mid-pack as they work off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Justin White trying to hold the lead. He's got the 57 of Federley right there to the inside. They work off turn number 4. Cross flags will be coming out this time at the line. White, your leader, Federley down to the inside of the speedway, trying to close the door, but Burton Ward's going to take advantage off turn number 2 down the backstretch. They will go. Burton Ward to the inside. Once again, out of Messina, New York, the Mark Dow Snap-on Tools ride. He'll climb all the way to the inside of the speedway, looking to take over spot number 2, and he will get there. Burton Ward all the way up to that 2nd spot. He'll get in front of the Kevin Federley, number 57K Federley, trying to hold on to spot number 3 into the Lenny's Deli, JP's Demo and General Contracting ride. Holds on to spot number 3, side-by-side battle behind them off turn number 4. Eli Gilbert to the outside for Bushy number 15. Bushy down to the bottom. Gilbert trying to take the spot away. Eli Gilbert hauls all the way down from the Razor Falls, way up in the North Country. The Lift Fitness K&R Utilities ride. Rob finds himself up into the top 4 right now as they come off turn number 4. White flag is waving down the pit stretch. Bushy, the CNN rider, holds on to spot number 5 as they head into turn number 2. We got a battle front of the field off turn number 2. Look at the 28. Bert Ward goes to the bottom of the racetrack. He looks to be your leader on the final lap. Justin White to the outside, gets White back in line. They come off turn number 4. White tries to square him to the inside, but it'll be Bert Ward scoring the win. He'll be followed by Justin White in the number 1. 3rd spot looks like the 57 of Kevin Federley, followed by the 2 of Eli Gilbert. Then the 15 of Tyler Bushy. He'll be followed by the 16 of Tim Bailey and Brian Carter in the number 62. That is all unofficial here. That's just my vantage point, but a close battle for that third spot back there.
There.
Final qualifying heat of the evening is out on the racetrack right now. These are your limited sportsman division. Our limited sportsmen, as we said, these are guys and gals that are maybe just getting started in the sport. Maybe they've been out there for a couple of years. We don't put a limit on them for that. It's just a comfort level with them. This is not a paid class. They get out there, they get to race, they get some seat time. Once they feel comfortable, then they're more than welcome to slide into our sportsman division, our regular sportsman. Franklin Backens, number 36M, will sit inside row number 1. Outside him will be Owen Nyer in the number 17. Buddy Leslie's beautiful number 77, Elson inside row number 3. Outside him will be Tyler Stevenson in the Fox 28 machine. And Paul the Ryder's going to round out the field in the Bud Shoe Chevrolet number 110. Side by side, front of the field, they switch lanes. Nyer goes to the outside, backing down to the bottom. As they go into turn at number 3 and 4 for the very first time, Mackin trying to keep it straight, drives right through the middle of the racetrack. Nyer coming out the go-kart division here in Museum after last year. Paul the Ryder makes a beautiful run to the bottom in that 1P machine. He'll go down to the bottom of the racetrack off turn number 2 down the measures. He and Owen Nyer wheel to wheel off turn number 2. The Ryder's just going to drive to the bottom. He'll take over the second spot as they swing into turn number 3. Nyer settles back into that third spot as they come off the turn number 4 area. Tyler Stevenson, the captain, that Ford Fox 28 ride. Out of Adams Center, New York, he'll hold on to spot number 4. Now he'll go to the bottom of the speedway. Side by side battle down the backstretch. Stevenson's going to take away spot number 3 from Nyer as they head into turn number 4. Cross flags are out. We're going to be halfway home. Frank back into this away. The field down to turn number 1 and 2. The Ryder off the hill. Now squares it off. Comes down to the back. The bottom, I should say, turn number 2. Into that number 1 machine. Tyler Stevenson trying to reel in those first 2 cars down to turn number 3. Owen Nyer chases him. Rounding out the field, Buddy Leslie in at that 77L. Parallel flags will be coming out. 2 more trips around the racetrack. Down to turn 1 and 2. Mackin shows the way to Ryder. Second, third is Stevenson. Fourth, Nyer. Fifth belongs to Leslie as they head off turn at number 2. White flag displayed in the field. That line up through the stage just the same as they come down the racetrack. Now Paul the Ryder has got to within striking distance of the 37 of Mackin. Mackin continues to show the way off turn number 2. The Ryder trying to square it off to the inside. Has to chase down to turn number 3 this time. Final time into the north end. Mackin right through the middle of the speedway. Drives it up the hill. The Ryder trying to get to the inside. Not going to make it stick. Great Mackin